Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races Summer Meeting 3rd Day Wednesday 20th March 2024 Race Preview. The first race of the afternoon, the 55 Exchange Dash to the Line Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First runner looking at is Sunflare. This is from race number 130. This was the first start Sunflare had after coming down from Bangalore. Was a 9th spot into the home straight, then came up with a big run, eventually finished on 4th of 15 runners. The winner here was Blackstone, who got that race by 4.5 lengths. Number 2, Wink and a Smile. 3 starts for Wink and a Smile, has been unplaced in all 3 starts. In race number 122, the one we are looking at went over 1100 meters, was in 7th spot, then when asked for an effort started to backpedal and eventually finished on 12th of 15 runners. The winner here was My Princess, who got it in a 3-way fit photo. Number 3 is Gleam Bell. Couple of starts for Gleam Bell, has finished on 12th in each of his 2 starts. Last start is from race number 110, took the turn in 11th spot and when asked for an effort, eventually finished on 2nd last. The winner here was Flamingo Road. Couple of runners from race number 134, Sangeeta Tenderheart. Tenderheart was a winner in race number 25 earlier part of the season and has had couple of placed efforts. Sangeeta over here took the turn in 6th spot when asked for an effort, dropped back and eventually finished on 9th of 14 runners. Tenderheart, who took the turn in 11th spot, made up a few placings and eventually finished on 7th. The winner here was Dubai Star, who got that race by almost half a length. Number 6 is Intense Belief. Intense Belief, after coming down from Western India, 1 start in race number 118, took the turn in 14th spot, eventually when asked for an effort, dropped back and finished on last of 15 runners. The winner here was King's Retreat, who got that race by 5.5 lengths. Number 7 is Lightning Charlie. Started the season well with a 3rd place efforts in race number 59 behind Speculator, then finished on 4th in next start in race number 90. The one we are looking at is from race number 105, went over 1400 meters, took the turn in 9th spot, dropped back in a clustered finish and eventually finished on 11th of 12 runners. The winner here was Remy Red, who won that race by 7.25 lengths. We move on to the second race of the afternoon, the 55 Exchange Download App Now Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First runner we are looking at is Rimmel, who's had few starts, started the season well with a 3rd place effort in race number 3, finished on 4th in race number 24. Since then has been unplaced in subsequent starts. The one we are looking at, Rimmel, took the turn in 9th spot and eventually finished on 9th. The winner here was Star Prosperity, who got that race by 4 lengths. Couple of runners, K-Star and Mandela. K-Star, this was in race number 125 where they went over 1100 meters, was in 2nd spot, was racing very prominently. When the race came to a boil, started to really backpedal and eventually finished on 13th of 15 runners. Mandela, who raced a little wide into the home straight and eventually finished on 9th. The winner here was La Dominate, who got that race by a long neck. Number 3 is Maktub. Maktub started the season on a promising note. Couple of 2nd place efforts in race number 40 and race number 49 respectively. Last 3 starts has been a little bit off the boil. Last start in race number 98, took the turn in 6th spot and eventually stayed on in 6th in a clustered finish. The winner here was Archway, who eventually got that race by 1.25 lengths. 4 runners from race number 131, Multistara, who took the turn in last spot, made up some very late ground and eventually finished on 6th. We had Jaw Lafette, who took the turn in 5th spot, stayed on in 5th. We had number 9 East Side, who took the turn in 8th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 7th. And number 10 Indian Tiger, who was on a start to finish mission, kept on finding something and eventually finished on in the money in 3rd spot. The winner here was Zuccardi, who eventually got that race by a long neck. Couple of runners, Fortune Teller and Horus the Great. This is from race number 123, where Fortune Teller took the turn in 4th spot, came up with a run and eventually finished on 2nd, far away 2nd to Miss American Pie, who had zone out the race long way from home. We had number 8 Horus the Great, who took the turn in 8th spot, made up a couple of placings and eventually finished on 8th. Number 11 is Fresh Hope. Couple of starts for Fresh Hope after coming down from Hyderabad. First start, race number 130, finished on 2nd to Blackstone. Then in race number 134 was leading the pack into the last 100 meters and then really dropped back and finished on 3rd, but still finished on in the money. The winner here was Dubai Star, who got that race by half a length. We move on to the third race of the year after the 55 Exchange Live Sports Gaming Cup for maiden horses 3-year-old only, to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. The first runner we are looking at is Champagne Supernova. This is from race number 88, where Champagne Supernova took the turn in 5th spot, stayed on in 5th, and eventually it was noted after the race that Champagne Supernova was trotting lame. Earlier start, Champagne Supernova finished on 2nd in race number 75 to Global Influence. Bibury, this was the first start for Bibury, and what an eye-catching start this was in 7th spot at the end of the home straight, then eventually started to come down with a rocket-like run and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Sea Salt Caramel, who won that race rather impressively. We move on to the fourth and feature race of the year from the 55 Exchange Indian Gold Wars for horses 4-year-old and over, to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. First up, we are looking at race number 135, where we had 3 runners: Siege Perilous, Ironclad and Tigrio. Siege Perilous was in 3rd spot, then took charge and won the race. This was Siege Perilous' second win for the season. Ironclad came up with a run on the wide outside and really gave a strong fight to Siege Perilous and finished on 2nd. Tigrio, who was a winner in earlier 2 starts of the season over here, took the turn in 4th spot, then eventually dropped back and finished on last of 5 runners. Etosha, winner of back-to-back start in race number 27 over 1100 meters, in race number 94 over 1200 meters. This start is from the Sprinters Cup, where Etosha was in 10th spot, then came out with a big run down the center and eventually finished on the board 4th spot. The winner here was Time and Tide, who got that race by 2.5 lengths. Number 5 is Savvy Chick. Savvy Chick was winner in race number 11 earlier part of the season, then has had 3 placed efforts. The last start was in the Suresh Mahindra Multi-Million, where Savvy Chick was in 4th spot as they entered the home straight, kept on finding something and eventually finished on in the stake money, finished on 4th. The winner here was Siege Courageous, who got that race by 4 lengths. We move on to the 5th race of the year from the 55exchange.com sportsbook handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. The first one we're looking at is Fort Nelson, who has been a winner in earlier start in race number 60 over here. Fort Nelson was traveling in 3rd spot and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Archway, who got that race by a long neck. Number 3 is Celtic Harlequin. Celtic Harlequin has had a placed efforts earlier part of the season in race number 70, where finished on 3rd to Mandolin. A couple of starts since then. The start we are looking at is race number 123, where Celtic Harlequin took the turn in 12th spot, then eventually finished on 10th. The winner here was Miss American Pie. Number 4 is Dragon's Gold, has been in the place in 3 of his 5 starts, finished on 2nd in race number 22, finished on 2nd in race number 53, finished on 2nd in race number 72. Last start was in 2nd spot at the end of the home straight, then weakened slightly and eventually finished on 4th of 10 runners. The winner here was Prosperity. Couple of runners, number 5 Swift Lady, number 11 Sporting Trainer. Swift Lady already winner of couple of starts, one in race number 47, then one in race number 83. Sporting Trainer also has won couple of races in this season, one in race number 77, then repeated in race number 104. Sporting Trainer over here took the turn in 12th spot, eventually finished on 5th. Swift Lady, who took the turn in 11th spot, stayed on in 11th. The winner here was La Dominate. Number 6 is Blackstone. Blackstone came from Bangalore with a win behind its back, and what a start it had on the Calcutta track. In race number 130, was in 2nd spot when asked for an effort, started to accelerate and went away from them. Eventually had about 4.5 lengths to spare to Fresh Hope at the winning post. Number 7 is Wonderful. Started the season with a bang in race number 73 where it went over 2000 meters. Then in race number 91 again went over 2000 meters and this time finished on 2nd to Life is Good. Last start went over 2400 meters, eventually finished on last of 4 runners. Again the winner was Life is Good. Today the Mount of P. Uday Karan. Number 9 is Rocket Man, has been in the money so far in all of the 3 starts. In race number 32 finished on 2nd, then a winner in race number 68. The one we are looking at is from race number 105, went over 1400 meters, was leading the pack into the last 250 meters, then eventually finished on 2nd. The winner here was Remy Red, who won that race by 7.25 lengths. As I just mentioned, Remy Red was a winner in race number 105. The run we are looking at is from race number 118 where Remy Red was in 4th spot, then came up with a run down the center, eventually finished on 2nd, almost 5.5 lengths from the winner, which was King's Retreat. Today Remy Red ridden again by Mustaqim Alam. Number 12 is UV winner in race number 33 earlier part of the season, then couple of placed efforts in race number 64 finished on 3rd, race number 84 finished on 2nd. 3 unplaced efforts so far back to back. Last start race number 133 was racing in 4th spot. When the race came to a ball, started to really backpedal and eventually finished on 8th. The winner here was Blinky Bill, who got that race by 4.5 lengths. We move on to the 6th and last race of the day, the 55 exchange mile and a quarter handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality, to be run over a distance of 2000 meters. First up, we are looking at 3 runners. This is from race number 118. We had Hoping Sky, who was in 7th spot, then came up with a late run and eventually finished on in the money 3rd. We had number 8, which was Made in Heaven. Made in Heaven took the turn in 15th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 14th. Oh My Sweetheart, who was in 10th spot, made up a couple of placings and eventually finished on 6th. Oh My Sweetheart was a little slowly out of the gates. The winner here was King's Retreat, who got that race by 5.5 lengths. Number 2 is MSG Fantasy. MSG Fantasy has had quite a few starts in this season, has not really placed in any of them. Last start was a little slowly out of the gates, took the turn in 11th spot but made some late gains and eventually finished on 7th. The winner here was Blinky Bill, who got that race by 4.5 lengths. Couple of runners from race number 107, definitely Born to be Spoiled will be your eye catcher, was on a start to finish mission after being a little slowly out of the gates and won that race by a length. We had number 6 Yovar, who was having 3rd start on the Calcutta track, was in 3rd spot, then eventually came up and finished on 2nd after getting into a ding-dong battle with Born to be Spoiled, but was drifting in the wrong time and eventually finished on 2nd. Today the mount of Mustaqim Alam is Yovar, Born to be Spoiled, to be ridden by Hindu Singh. Number 4, Primo Victoria. Primo Victoria has been knocking on the doors, finished on 3rd in race number 25, finished on 2nd in race number 59, finished on 3rd in race number 86. Last start was in 2nd spot, this was in race number 109, and eventually finished on 4th. It was noted after the race that Primo Victoria was trotting lame, today the mount of Imran Chisti. Number 5 is Calcutta. 3 starts for Calcutta after coming down from Madras. First up in race number 68, finished on 6th, then was a little slowly out in race number 104, finished on 7th. Last start again was slowly out of the gates, took the turn in 9th spot, then early exertions took a toll on Calcutta, who retired home and eventually finished on last of 14 runners. The winner here was Dubai Star. Number 7 is Nationwide. Couple of starts for Nationwide after coming down from Western India. First up in race number 83, finished on 8th behind Swift Lady. Last start, race number 104, Nationwide was in 8th spot, then came up with a run towards the inside in a clustered finish and eventually finished on 4th. The winner here was Sporting Trainer, who got that race by a neck. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the lineup for the day. Thank you and see you at the races.